So welcome back on board to episode 2 of my Osmo 360 series. If you didn't watch episode 1 yet, I would advise you to do so, because then this video will make much more sense. So in my snood, or neck warmer, whichever you want to call it, I have two DJI mics. I have on the left hand side of my mouth the DJI Mic2 with 32-bit float recording enabled as well. So I'm also going to be playing you a clip from that. On the right hand side of my mouth I have the DJI Mic Mini. So I'm going to run tests with both of them. At least you'll get a back-to-back feel. Also within this video I'm going to try and record the exhaust sound just from the built-in microphones on the Osmo 360, as well as walking up a country lane just with my voice and no exhaust sound, just so we can see exactly how good the onboard sound is from the built-in microphones. Okay, so let's fire up the Osmo 360 with the one button quick record. So it is recording now in full 8K 360. No sign of the microphones yet, which is strange because when I fired up the camera the other day with just one microphone connected, it sprung into life immediately. I wonder if this is a thing. So the sound you're still listening to, by the way, is the lav mic into the side of the and there we go, we have two channels of audio up there now. I must time that within the edit and tell you on an on-screen graphic now how long it took both mics to fire up. As I was saying, you're listening now to the audio of the DJI lav mic, which I think is an incredible little microphone, into the side of the Osmo Action 4. By the way, I have both channels of audio set to -12 within the camera. That's the lowest in terms of decibels that the camera will go. Personally, I think it really does need a firmware upgrade. It needs to be set at -20 at least. And what you're listening to now is the DJI Mic2. You're also looking at an image of me from the Osmo 360. So like I say, I have this set exactly as I did have the other day to -12. And I can see already that on the level indicator on top of the screen, it's clearly overmodulating.
So first of all, it seems a bit hit and miss regarding the connection time between the mics and the 360 camera on startup. Since I made this video, the connection has both happened immediately and also up to 1 minute later, which of course is going to render this system unusable, especially for a motovlogger like myself, who likes to talk about points of interest as I ride past them, and not in the past tense. As you can see, the condensation has disappeared from both lenses, but this video was made in warm, sunny weather. I shall be riding in future videos through rain and colder weather. After all, this is Ireland. I have to say at this stage I'm very impressed with the first bunch of images, especially this standard colour profile from the camera. Their new version of a 1-inch sensor at first glance seems very nice indeed. And of course I'll be exploring all of this in future videos.
So as soon as I get the audio side of things sorted, I'll then be delving deep into the colour profiles, because there's already a lot in terms of that which I want to talk about. So at this stage, let me remind you, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please become one, because like I say, I have an awful lot of videos to come. Okay, now we're going to cut to the DJI Mic Mini. So still using the picture here from the Osmo 360 looking back at me. Actually, let's have a little look within the edit to see what it looks like looking forward. Again, I'll come on to how you can select all of these pictures and shots and different color profiles on different videos. I really do want to get the sound sorted first. Back to me, still on the DJI Mic Mini you're listening to now. I can already see on the screen as well, on its level indicator, that it's clearly over-modulating. Now, in fairness, the DJI Mic2 and the DJI Mic Mini, they both run hot. What I mean by that is that they have a very lively signal. Unlike the DJI Mic2, unfortunately, the Mic Mini does not record 32-bit float audio, so you can't rescue the audio on the Mic Mini. You can't plug in a lavalier mic either into the Mic Mini.
Sounds awful, doesn't it? So the Mic Mini is a non-runner. The DJI Mic2, however, can be rescued because of its 32-bit float audio recorded on board this transmitter. But it's another layer of workflow in your edit to sync the sound to the picture, when this whole system was meant to make my life easier and my production time shorter. It's actually counterproductive, but let's take a listen.
So as you can hear, the audio is perfect, but I have had to sync it up to the image. Now, the cheat, of course, when you're on a motorcycle is that you can't see lip sync, but in most other cases you will see lip sync. But then the trade-off, of course, is you might not have motorcycle engines and wind noise and rumble from the road where you need to rescue the sound from this camera. So it's clearly a motorbike thing.
But this time I'm using the single lens mode, so I'm recording this in 5K and 50 frames per second. The camera is held at about arm's length in front of me. You can probably tell by the width of the lens anyway. Very interested to see how this sounds. And again, no wireless or DJI wireless mics, I should say, used here. This is literally the built-in microphones on the Osmo 360. And the whole purpose of making sure I can record sound like this is that when I'm off the motorbike like this, at least I can do pieces to camera, talking about where I am, the very interesting things around me, like this hedgerow. Forgive me, this is only for test purposes. That internal sound is beautiful, and in fairness, there was a fair bit of wind within that lane. Okay, let's try and record some engine sound. This is a great starting point for recording the engine audio. I'm excited again.
So as you can see, the Osmo 360 has disappeared from the mount here. This is one thing I love about the idea of just using one unit. And then I can stick it on the selfie stick, which is out the side of the motorbike at the moment. And if I eventually get the audio sorted, it means I can still talk about things even though the camera is out the side of my motorbike, offering shots like this. And let's face it, I mean, the shots that let me push the stick out even further. The shots that a 360 camera can offer, you know, even as recent as 10 years ago, we could only dream of shots like this. This is Hollywood stuff, it really is. And it's all available to us for under €500 now. This is the holy grail for me, to have one camera recording the sound on board my motorbike. So I don't have to feed in. At the moment, I take 3 cameras at least, sometimes 4, and then possibly a drone if I'm doing a trip or a tour. So I have 5 sources of video footage going into the edit. Of course, the 360 camera at the moment can't fly like a drone, but who knows what's to come in the future. But you know what I'm saying, folks? I would just love the one camera on board the motorbike with one sound source. I'd really love that, and I've been chasing that for a while. And it looks like I'll still be chasing it for a little while to come yet. This is part of my ongoing investigation into what the DJI Osmo 360 can offer us on board a motorcycle.
Just to finish, I am a huge DJI fanboy, and I really want this to work. If it wasn't for companies like them, and Insta360, and GoPro, our world would be a very different place. The innovation in this segment of camera tech over the last 10 years has been unprecedented, but I'm really hoping I haven't just bought another effects camera. Do you know what I'm saying? See you on the next one.